Good evening, everyone, and thank you for coming to this week's council session. At this time, I'm going to ask Councilman McKinney, would he do invocation, please? Thank you, sir.
Right, dear Heavenly Father, we come to you today to thank you for everything that you do for us. Lord, I thank you for this wonderful day and the rain that you gave us. Lord, I thank you for everything that you've ever done for us and the city of Pickens. Now I ask you to help us and guide us and lead us in the right direction that we need to go to fulfill whatever the citizens of Pickens city needs. We ask this in Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. At this time, we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. And if you're covered, please uncover at this time, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you.
At this time, we'll go to item number 3, comments for citizens, and we ask that you make your comments complete, and you'll have 3 minutes to take them, okay? At this time, any comments from citizens? Yes, ma'am.
Courtney Lipscomb at 144 Black Snake.
140.
Thank you for approving the stop sign on my street. I was just curious as to when the stop sign might be installed.
Probably Wednesday.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am, please.
My name is Catherine Healy. Would you like me to go?
Yes, ma'am, come forward. Yes, ma'am.
I believe you guys have a handout. I made a few copies for you. Probably not enough. I appreciate your time. I'm here to address and gain some clarity on why I feel like I'm being targeted by the city of Pickens. I've been in city of Pickens going on my 5th year. My address is 115 West Main Street, right in downtown, Suite A. I donate, spend my money in Pickens, my time and my energy. I volunteer my business to do free yoga at Pickens Library. I am in the festivals, the parades. I've won awards. My business has participated fully in anything the city of Pickens has ever asked, including I was Elsa in the little skit that the city of Pickens Police Department did. We got 1.4 million hits of good publicity. Good. And I would love to continue to do business in Pickens. On August 4th, this past year, I started receiving a chain of emails from Jennifer Visage, the City of Pickens Planning and Zoning, and the Chief of Police, the City Administrator, and then my landlords were also copied in these emails concerning the yoga banner that's posted at my building. I included the map for all y'all, and it's 75 yards off of Main Street. My business has a mailbox on Main Street. I do not have a front door. I do not have access. I do not have a fire access, nothing. 75 yards off of Main Street, located enclosed in my deck, 15 feet from the back of my building, no impeding any sight for any traffic. And I was told that it's against an ordinance by Jennifer Visage. I sent, and I didn't know that I got this. The chief of police had to tell me because it was emailed to me. It went into my spam folder. I have 2 jobs to have this small business. I don't check my spam folder. When he told me, why haven't you responded to an email? I did. You have the copy of that email. The response to that, you also have a copy of, dated October 20th. Which I did not know about either, because that also went into my spam folder. Friday, Chief Beach showed up at my business doing his job because he was told, when are you going to go after her for her citation? The sign ordinance that I'm being gone after for is the same exact ordinance that says if I close my business, I have 30 days to take down my sign. Do you know how many signs are up that these businesses have been closed? Years? Years. Same ordinance. have to take down a banner that shows you where my front door is. I have clients from Greenville and Clemson. I'm opening a second location in downtown Greenville in January. And my planning and zoning person, who I've never met, have no idea what she looks like, none whatsoever. Never offered until I asked about a variance. Knows where my front door is. Was never forthcoming and generous as, hey, City of Pickens business owner, pulling through Corona, good job. You're right, your front door's not on Main Street. Let me help you out. That didn't happen. The final was, when are you gonna go after her to cite her? From Jennifer Visage, who is the same person who put on the City of Pickens Facebook that businesses would not be fined for sign incurrences till after the first of the year. Is that for everyone but me? Just checking. I need clarification on what that means. I also added a copy of my request, and in the letter from Jennifer Visage, she states that this is not a city council matter. I beg to differ. I'll be turning it in tomorrow with my $50, and I'm asking you to please help me stay in business, keep my front door marked. I'm not bothering anybody. I've done everything you guys have ever asked me to do. I'm asking you to help me help you. That's all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
so much.
Yes, sir.
First and foremost, I owe an apology to you and to City Council. I made some comments and some posts that was pretty inappropriate. The reason I'm here tonight is, again, to talk about the water tower, okay? We got a lot of backing. I think in an interview last week, a week before, y'all tabled the idea with the water tower a couple of weeks ago, okay? I think maybe you made a comment that maybe 6 months we can think about this. All I want to say, from an engineer standpoint and historical, that tower can be saved, okay? It's going to cost some money, but we got a lot of backing. You guys were elected by the City of Pickens to represent the interest, okay? And y'all know everybody wants this tower saved. They do. So I just beg you guys to diligently look at another engineering report, what can be done, what can be saved, and the money the community is willing to put into this tower. It's been here forever, longer than you, Fletcher, longer than me. So, no, that was a joke. But I'm just saying, it's been here forever, 1921, right? So let's do what we can do to save this tower. It's historic. I know you're working on it. So I think there's money available from the private sector and public sector to save this tower. A couple of guys couldn't be here tonight. A couple of them's got whatever's going around. I hope it's not the flu, certainly not COVID. Again, I do apologize for my comments. Very passionate. This is very passionate with Pickens. And let's consider what we can do, okay? If not, guess what? I got the money to buy that tower if you want to sell it.
Thank you, Mr. Derrick. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
My name is Colin Gilstrap. I'm a sophomore at Pickens High School. It was brought to my attention that y'all are remodeling JC Park. And I was wondering if there is any possibility of any resemblance to a skate park somewhere there. It doesn't have to be something that you would see up in Los Angeles. There's a small group of us, but it's a problem for y'all, and the city ordinance states that we can't skate or have anything with wheels anywhere on government property, which rules out JC Park, the amphitheater, the Doodle Trail, and the Doodle Park, along with the rec center. And like I said, it wouldn't take much. And it would help a lot. We could be inside playing video games, but I use skating as a conditioning. I play varsity soccer at Pickens High, and I played it freshman year, I'll be playing it this year, and I like using it as conditioning because it's good for you. Good cardio, it's great for your legs, and that's about it.
Did you give your name? I didn't hear you.
Colin Gilstrap.
Okay.
I'm a sophomore at Pickens High School.
Okay.
I have a 5.0 GPA. I'm in Beta Club, student council. I don't know if this helps it at all. But
Well, one day I hope to see you sitting around one of these seats, okay?
I helped back when I was in 5th grade. I helped run the proposal for the Doodle Park. I don't know if you were here for it, but I was one of the ones that helped propose it. I had long blonde hair then. It was a ponytail. Probably looked like a little girl. Not sure.
Well, I had a little hair then too.
But yeah, it wouldn't take much. We don't even need a bowl. Just a flat ground that we're allowed to skate on, and maybe a rail, a ramp, something like that. Or have the city ordinance changed to where we're allowed to skate on the park or on the amphitheater, somewhere like that. If there's a problem with safety, you could go take a look at the Doodle Park, or the rec trail. If you look at the bike trail, it's dangerous, man. There's holes all in the boards. It's quite dangerous. But you could always put a sign up that states that by coming into the park that you're forfeiting any right to sue the council or the city or the state or anything like that.
So how many friends do you have? You said there's not that many of us, but how many friends do you think?
I'd say probably about 20 or 30 in Pickens.
Okay.
But a small skate park like this could always attract people from Clemson, definitely from Easley. All they have is the amphitheater there that's also illegal to skate on. And every time, it'd be good for the economy as well. Every time I go out and I skate in Easley at Poe Mill, or there's a place called the Board Riders Club, I always end up buying stuff.
Okay.
Or when I go into Clemson or somewhere like that, I always end up buying lunch, or I'll buy a snack or ice cream or something along those lines. So it'd get the people that skate in the surrounding area to come here. They would buy stuff, buy food, hang out. Could be good.
Okay. Do you think you maybe could kind of coordinate some of your friends putting some ideas together and maybe coordinate with us and Ms. Carter?
I'd be happy to.
What some of those ideas are, what your vision is, and maybe we could begin to put some cost to that?
Mm-hmm. I researched using the official skateboard park guidelines.
Okay.
And the average cost per square foot of a skate park is around $55. It can range anywhere from $35 to $85.
How old are those numbers?
2022.
Okay.
Tony Hawk Foundation.
Okay. Can you copy us on that? So we
I can send you the whole link. And it took into account the whole article is very informing. It talks about plumbing, that type of stuff, the disparages in the cost depending on what's already available, where the park's being built, that type of stuff. I noticed JC Park already has restrooms if they're unlocked. And I'm going to assume that it already had somebody coming by picking up trash, so that shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
Any more questions?
Could you give her your telephone number, please?
I can. Like I said, there's more of us, but we're probably the two most presentable ones.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you for your time.
Yes, that was great.
You gotta give that chair a
Are there any other comments from citizens, please?
That's a hard act to follow. My name is Louise Hope, and I own the building where Ms. Heelan rents. And I just wanted to put in a good word that says when you're standing at the front of the building, it's very difficult to even see the banner. And when you're coming from the west driving towards the building, you can kind of spot it then. But it's really not a distraction. And I've talked to the other two tenants at the front of the building, and they don't mind it. We've got people coming in the basement to the storage units, they don't mind it. I think it'd be a real plus for her business, because with Cody Coffee getting ready to open, people come to the drive-up are just gonna come right by and every day look at that banner. So I think it would really help her out a lot if you just kept it what it is.
For the record, that's why I bought it. That's exactly why I got it.
So you just need sign variance, that's all you need, just a variance.
That's all, yeah, it's free here. I feel like I can get it.
Are there any other comments from citizens? Yes, sir.
Yeah, mine is Ray Wilson from 719 East Cedar Rock. Something on a positive note is I want to thank Chief Beach for the parking codes that we used on Saturday for Halloween. I want to say thank you to Councilman Mr. Davis for coming by and seeing our display and supporting us, the city of Pickens, and the Facebook page. On Saturday night, we had probably about 350 children come by. You know, Monday about 150. So I want to say thank you for all the support we got.
Well, thank you. Any other comments from citizens? There being none. Item number 4. Approval of City Council minutes, October the 3rd, 2022, and October the 17th, 2022.
I make a motion to approve the city council meeting, October the 3rd, October the 17th, regular meeting and work session.
I got a motion by Donnie, a second by Lois. Any discussion or comments, any correction to be made? There being none, all in favor? It is unanimous. Please make note that Councilman Scipio is absent. New business to be considered by City Council. Resolution first and final reading. Ms. Carter.
Resolution 2022-R2, a resolution to authorize the acceptance of the FEMA Hazard Mitigation Grant Award for the City of Pickens, pump station generator, and to provide grant matching funds. The city was made aware this past week that they have received the award from FEMA. Troy Rozier and his group applied for these funds. The federal contribution is $66,075, and the city match would be $22,025. And this backup generator would be located at Knollwood Heights.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2022-R2 to accept the FEMA hazard mitigation grant.
Got a motion by Patrick, second by Jimmy. Any other comment or discussion? All in favor, raise your right hand. It is unanimous. Item number 6, Resolution 2022-R3 to approve the closure of J.C. Recreation Playground for the winter season, November the 21st, 2022 through March the 31st, 2023, for maintenance and removal of items. Also, the request to allocate $100,000 of area ARPA funds to improvements at J.C. Park.
I make a motion we approve the resolution 2022-R3 for the closure of J.C. Recreation Playground for the winter season, November 21st, 2022 until March 31st, 2023 for removal of items and maintenance. Request allocate $100,000 of ARPA funds to improve at J.C. Park.
I got a motion by Donnie, a second by Jimmy. Any other discussions or comments?
I'd like to add in there that we hear these young men out and put some effort into looking at that possibility
I will.
already.
Absolutely. They gotta have somewhere to go.
Are there any other discussions or comments? You want to make that an amendment to this? Okay. let's approve the initial resolution, then we'll do amendment. At this time, we have a motion to approve Resolution 2022-R3. All in favor? It is unanimous. Now I entertain a motion to amend this to add, looking at a proposal at that location to add a, what do you want to call that?
I make a motion that we add to the resolution 2022 R3 an amendment to investigate options brought forth by Mr. Colin Gilstrap, and I do not remember the other young man's name. Mr. Schaefer. And hear them out and see what presentation they come up with for options on creating features for them.
I got a motion by Patrick, a second by Lois. Any other discussion or comments? All in favor? It is unanimous. Yes, ma'am.
I just wanted to reiterate that Councilman Davis reached out to Representative Hyatt. So we're going to take those $50,000 funds that were discussed for the fountain. We're going to put that with the allocation that you all have approved, and then work towards grants with the county and PARD to come up with the rest of the funds that will cover this. You know, as we talked about in the work session, that was the playground, but we had not investigated some of the fencing and then the tennis court. And so I think that through grant funds and some matching, we'll be able to cover those costs as well. So we'll explore this one too, see if we can't make it a bigger and better site.
I think we also should indicate and include, maybe not with this, but as the young gentleman indicated, that the bike park that's adjacent to J.C. Park, it has some concerns. So we may want to look at that and maybe close some of that off, or make sure that it's put in a position that is safe. Okay, thank you. Item number 7.
Mayor, I'm requesting that item number 7 be stricken because we did not have the complete assessment of the roll cart. So I would ask that we strike item number 7
Okay.
for right now.
I'm sure that most of the citizens are looking forward to us finding those funds to bring those new roll carts in. So we're on that. Okay, we're taking a look at that very seriously. Item number 8.
The city usually gives to a $500 contribution to the Rolling Into Toys Toy Drive, and so I ask that we do that again this year in support of Pickens County's children.
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2022-R5 to approve $500 contribution to the Rolling Into Toys Toy Drive.
I got a motion by Patrick, a second by Lois. Any other comments or discussion? There being none, all in favor? It is unanimous. Item number 9.
Resolution 2022-R6, a resolution to authorize an RFP for water system improvements for Robinson Lane, Medland Drive area rehab. So several months ago, I actually had not come on board here, but there was several folks, a lady that spoke to some water quality issues in her area on Robinson Lane. And so in my time here, I have met with the water department and Engineer Hood, and we have discussed concentrated areas where water quality is a substantial issue, and we are seeing a lot of concerns from citizens and complaints from citizens. So we are trying to triangulate those areas and see what improvements we can do in these localized areas to make these improvements. This is the first project of probably 3 concentrated areas, but the first project of 5 that you will see in the coming months of water quality improvements across our system. You may, if you've looked over the map, it's a pretty substantial area in which it encompasses. It will impact 54 homes and should make significant improvements to the system. We do have a lot of active grants right now, and so there cannot be a duplication of grant funding right now. Some of the other projects that I'll be bringing to you, we will have closed out, for example, RIA, and so we'll be able to reapply some of those funds on another project. I did look over our bonds, and we do have the bonds available to pay for such a project. So not all of these projects will take the funds from the bonds, but this is one that I would like to see us do sooner rather than later, and put forth the effort to improve the water quality system.
I'll make a motion, we approve resolution 2022 RC to approve these 2021 utility system bonds to request bids to complete the water line improvements on Robinson Road.
Got a motion by Patrick, a second by Donnie. Any other questions or comments? There being none, all in favor? It is unanimous. Item number 10. Request consensus to allow or deny a discussion to install a cell tower at the City of Pickens Public Works location 133 Railroad Street.
So as I mentioned in our work session, we have had a gentleman reach out to the city requesting and asking if we would allow a cell tower to be built on the Public Works site. And so my question to you all is for some guidance, if you all would entertain such an idea at the Public Works site. And where would you like for me to go from here with this? I would also say and recommend that we have a court system that will be moving into the Public Works site January 1st. It is going to be constrained and tight space as it is. But probably the most important thing is you got a room with a view. At the playground, at the Doodle, you see that scape. And so, not sure if it was in the back or the front, but it still would impede the vision of what Doodle Park is and what we see through children's eyes in that park. So,
My personal opinion, to kick off something toward consensus, I hope. I don't think the view for the Doodle Park should be messed up by putting a cell tower on that property.
I agree.
yeah.
I agree. We spent too much money up there for that.
Need a good vision.
Everybody enjoys it, do the park, do the trail, we shouldn't do anything to change anybody's mind.
They can't find another place.
Can I get a motion, please?
Most of them after so many years, we have.
Consensus is all that's needed, we don't need a motion, so. I
You
think
good with us not moving forward with that? I think you're the only one I didn't get a opinion from.
Yes, you can move forward and letting them know that we do not want
Okay,
want a cell tower there. Okay?
perfect.
No.
Item number 11,
They tried to do
convene into executive session.
I make a motion, we enter executive session for the purpose of personnel matters.
I got a motion by Patrick, a second by Lois. All in favor? It is unanimous. Thank you. I got a motion by Donnie, second by Lois. Come out of executive session, all in favor? It is unanimous. Item number 14, administrative update.
The only items I have is please remember the holiday events. You got this in your packet. So please come to different things that the city has going on. The Chamber's done a wonderful job and it's a great partner in putting things on for the city. I sent you some photographs of the fabricator, the Blue Flame from WP Law. So I just wanted you to be able to see these pictures, and we will see if we can't implement that in another project moving forward. We have not received an invoice, but just council member wanted some pictures, wanted to see what it looked like. So, Just letting you know that. And the city continues to work on brush, as I know that is a question and a daily phone call and issue. And so we continue to work on that.
I have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
Leaves, are they sucking up the leaves now? I have,
They were to start
this is
week.
on Glassy Mountain
Yeah.
Street, but it's not Robert. Yeah, it is. It was someone else on Glassy Mountain. It's my preacher.
We did request the leaf truck to be looked at to make sure that it was available and ready to move, so hopefully that's been done. Any other comments or?
Can I ask a question? I'm sorry. I should have said this in the beginning, but if there were so many people here. For the parade, we would love for you all to be on a float or in a cup, whatever y'all want to do, but talk amongst yourselves about that. And maybe get back with CC and let us know, but we want y'all in the parade, of course, and there's no fee, we won't charge you. Just kidding. But we do want all of you in the parade, so that would be great. And your spouses and kids or whatever, whatever you want to do, so. Maybe organize that somehow amongst yourselves whenever you all talk separately, but I just want to bring that up real quick.
So we want to, right in the parade, just get with you and Brian.
Yeah, and maybe work through CC and then come back to me or whatever, so. Whatever's easier, whatever you want to do. CC, you guys put her on float.
She's not on a float.
Don't throw candy from your float.
No throwing of candy.
No throwing of candy.
No throwing of candy.
Not from the float.
It's a big no-no.
Thank you.
Is there anything else for council? Any comments from the members? There being none?
I make a motion, we adjourn.
That was it. She says that.
All in favor, you got a vote? Yeah?
No, I was just gonna, if there's no other business, we're gonna adjourn.
Sounds good to me.